Wise women always win, while the unwise ones always lose. I'll start by giving an example. I think it was about, I'll say, maybe a month or 2 months ago. A very close friend of mine, a guy, someone I've known for about 20 years. He's married now, has a young daughter, and sometimes work takes him out of the house where he's away for about a week plus before he comes back. So every now and then, when he's done with that long, maybe like a week at work, he usually touches base at my house before he goes to his end. So on one of those occasions, he called me. He said he had just finished, that he was coming. He was going to stop over at mine. I think this was was on a Saturday. So he stopped by, and then we decided to go out for a few drinks. So while we're drinking and just chilling, I was thinking in my mind that, hey, this is gonna be a very a very how do I call it, exciting weekend. As in, you when you're with your guy, you guys will just have fun and chill, go drinking, and then just have a good time. So he was telling me, he said, I need to go home to my family. I need to go home. So I was like, okay, okay. They said, yes, I miss my family. I need to go home. And I understood where he was coming from. So I told him, I said, you're lucky. He said, why did I say so? I said, the reason why you miss your home and your family so much is because your wife is a smart woman. He said, why did I say that? I said, because she has made that home so conducive for you that you would always want to go back to the house. Yeah, he said he understands what I'm saying. I said, let me explain further. I said, she's a wise woman because I've met her before, and she's a straightforward person. And what she has done is, again, this is a guy I've known for 20 years. We've run the whole town together, so I know him to a certain extent. So when he was telling me that he needs to go home to his family, I totally understood why. And the reason why I call his wife a wise woman is because she has done something that most women do not understand. She has built what I call real estate in the man's life. A lot of people go around talking about, I don't want to be used. This person is using me. This man is using me. This woman is using me. I always avoid using that term. This person is using me. That person is using me. The reason why I avoid it is because I don't have a problem being used. If you are not being used, it means you are useless, and it means you have nothing to offer anyone. Being used is not a problem, so long as you are getting something in return. And when I say something in return, I'm not talking about money, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about, it could be anything. Nobody wants to be useless. Hell, I don't want to be useless. If we're in a group of 5, I don't want to be the one that they look at and they say, this guy has nothing to offer. No, I want to be the one that, if I'm not there, nothing works, nothing happens. So going back to my friend's wife situation, I told him, I said, the reason why you want to go home so much is because she's a wise woman. She has built a lot of real estate in your life, so much so that without her, you cannot function totally. Yes, you go out and you make the money and you bring the money and everything, but she has ensured that the home front, she locks it down so much so that if she's not there, there are certain things that will not be in place. So he was telling me jokingly, he said, damn, the way she organizes everything, I've never been that organized at home in my life. There are some men that their women are the chief organizers. If their women is not around or their wives are not around, you would know, because certain things that are always organized are not there. And this is why I say wise women would always win, because when you are wise, you understand the importance, and you understand that being used is not a bad thing. If a woman says, oh, or a person says, oh, he's using me, but in return, I'm also using him. I think the word used is even wrong. I think we should start calling it being beneficial to each other, not being used. Used is a negative, people use it in a negative context. When you say, oh, that person is using me. And the question I always ask people that say that is, okay, do you want to be useless to that person? And then they keep quiet. So I think it's more of being beneficial to each other. So this is why I say wise women always win, because wise women understand that being beneficial to their spouse and their husband, or bringing something, or being able to provide something to their husband or their spouse, is key to ensuring that you maintain a certain level of peace and tranquility in your home. You see, I use the word beneficial. If you are not beneficial to somebody, it means you are useless to that person, and nobody wants to be useless. So in my friend's case, his wife has seen a void in his life, and she has plugged into that void by being a beneficial person to him in that aspect. And hence why he is running back home and even leaving his homeboys that he's supposed to be chilling with, and he's running back home at night because he wants to go and be with that person, his wife, because his wife has seen and understands the importance of being useful. In useful, I mean beneficial to her husband. However, when you see a lot of foolish women, they always use terms like, nobody's going to use me, I don't want to be used, I don't want to be. The question I always ask in my mind is, if you don't want to be useful and you don't want to be used, do you want to be useless? Because nobody wants to be around somebody who is useless. I use the term useful and useless, but I think it's better we use the term, going forward, beneficial. We all have to be beneficial to each other, and women that understand this concept are the ones who get to keep their man.